Welcome to another episode of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss science fiction, fantasy, cooking, the outdoors, and more. In an incident that was very reminiscent of Will Smith getting up and attacking Chris Rock on stage at the Oscar ceremony in March, comedian Dave Chappelle was assaulted on stage during his performance at the Hollywood Bowl last night. The incident was confirmed by the Los Angeles Police Department, people who attended the show, and footage that's circulating on social media. In video footage, such as this one that was posted on Twitter, a man can be seen rushing the stage from Chappelle's right and then tackling him to the floor. After the attack, additional video footage from another Twitter user shows security grabbing the attacker, then dragging him away backstage. LAPD identified the attacker as 23-year-old Isaiah Lee, who was arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon by the LAPD and is currently being held on a $30,000 bail. He was carrying a replica handgun with a knife blade inside that can apparently be ejected if the replica handgun is discharged correctly. While it wasn't immediately clear if the attacker had tried to use the weapon on Chappelle, police said that Chappelle was not injured in the incident. Following the attack, Chappelle recovered his composure and joked it was a trans man. The joke was a reference to the ongoing controversy surrounding some of the comedian's jokes in his Netflix specials that have been construed as transphobic. BuzzFeed News reporter Brianna Sachs, who attended the show, tweeted that the attack took place towards the end of Chappelle's set, and the man got his ass kicked by security. She added that before he was attacked, Chappelle had talked about needing more security after the controversy over his trans jokes. Sachs also posted a video that showed the alleged attacker being placed in an ambulance, which I'll show here. The crowd then began to boo the attacker as he was being moved towards the ambulance, and police were keeping the crowd at bay. The man who attacked Chappelle apparently had his arm broken in the confrontation with the comedian on stage, hence the need for the ambulance. Also in attendance was Stephanie Wash, who is a journalist for ABC, and who tweeted that Chris Rock, who had performed earlier in the evening, had come up on stage with Chappelle and joked, "Was that Will Smith?" Later on, Chappelle spoke more about the incident and called out to thank actor-comedian Jamie Foxx, saying, "Whenever you're in trouble, Jamie Foxx will show up in a sheriff's hat." Foxx, who also came up on stage, joked that he thought the attack was part of the show, then took a moment to say to the audience and Chappelle, "Listen, I just want to say, this man is an absolute genius. We've got to make sure we protect him at all times. For every comedian who comes out here, this means everything. You're a genius, you're a legend. I enjoyed myself thoroughly, and we're not going to let nothing happen to you." Chappelle then joked to Foxx, "I've been doing this for 35 years. Chappelle was performing as part of the Netflix is a Joke Fest, an 11-day stand-up comedy festival backed by streaming giant Netflix. The festival features 130 comics with some of the biggest names in the industry in its inaugural lineup, including Seth Rogen, Chelsea Handler, Aziz Ansari, Bill Burr, and Conan O'Brien. The LA-based event is taking place across 25 venues. The attack on Chappelle is likely to ignite worries in the comedy community about audience members rushing the stage and attacking comedians, an issue that was highlighted after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars last month. Many comedy clubs were considering adding security guards, pre-show warnings, and even metal detectors for shows. In addition to Chappelle, the lineup for Tuesday night's show included Jeffrey Ross, Leslie Jones, Jon Stewart, Michelle Wolf, Sebastian Maniscalco, and others. Thank you for watching today, and thanks to everyone who has subscribed to our YouTube channel. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button below, and please feel free to share a comment. If you would like to see more of our videos in the future and help support this channel, please subscribe right now by clicking on the red subscribe button below. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. Until next time, this is Out Loud Geek.